Just G again. Wow. I had a couple of, I had about what? 4 videos made, 5 videos made. It doesn't matter. Doesn't have any subscribers, but who cares? At least I'm telling my point of view, né? It's somewhere out there. Now when I'm dead, people are gonna say, hey, look at this oak. He's talking a load of crap here. But at least I'll be the one talking. You'll be the one listening. Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about vote. No, votes. When you go in an election. As I'm saying, this is an opinion piece. Opinionated. My opinion. And remember what people say. Opinions are like noses. Everyone's got one. Okay? So now let me tell you about my opinion, and you can decide whether whatever I'm saying is legit, true, or just pure bull. A lot of people these days in I'm in South Africa. So, oh yeah, where I am, Gqeberha. It was previously Port Elizabeth, in the Eastern Cape, South Africa, continent of Africa. So I'm right, if you're outside of Africa, right at the bottom. Not right at the bottom, because that's Ogala's way. I've been there. It's right there at the bottom. Not Cape Town. Little bit more up. Okay? That's where Port Elizabeth is. Okay. Now let's talk about votes. A lot of South Africans say, why must I vote? Good question. Why must you vote? You vote for the change that you want. Not the change somebody else wants, that you want. But now you say, hey, I've been voting for 5 years. Can't get rid of the ANC. So, I'm not going to vote anymore. That is where you're wrong. That is where you are mistaken, my friend. Because your vote that you didn't cast can be either this or that of the political party that you want out. Now, because you didn't cast your vote, that political party stays. Go and vote. They say you're fighting against thunder. Don't worry. That is not your problem. You must only have one problem. And that is to find out which party will I vote for. Go and vote for that party. Go through the Oaks manifestos. Or listen to what the Oaks say. Hear what they've done. Take a look at what they've achieved in other provinces. And then hear who's your local. You can do it on Google, man. You can do all these things at your house. You Google it. You get the ACDP or whoever, you put it in there. I'm in my case, Gqeberha. It will tell you who the oak is. And then you follow him on check him out on Facebook if you want to. Check him out on Twitter. What has he done? What does he want to do here in your neighborhood? Once you've got all that facts about all the oaks, the political parties, then you make a decision. Which party will you vote for? I mean, if you sit every day in crap, are you going to vote for a party that gives you crap? Well, if you're happy, you do it. But if you're not happy, then you vote for a party that will get you out of the crap. Okay? Now you get those one-seat parties. Uncle gets up in the morning, he tells his wife, I'm going to do a political party. Right? He registers his political party and he starts talking a whole lot of things. But he's talking about the unachievable things. Smart. Listen to what I'm telling you. If he's talking, you think if he's smart. Now listen to what I'm going to say now about smart. Specific is what he's talking about. Is it specific? Is it motivated? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? Is what he's talking about. Is it time bound? Smart. If it doesn't fill any one of those categories, it is not a smart idea. It is not a smart manifesto. So you take it and you chuck it away. Remember, there is no such thing as a free lunch. If an oak comes to tell you and say, you're going to have free electricity, that is not smart. It's specific. It's motivated. It's not achievable. Because everybody's got to pay for electricity. You understand? If he comes and tells you, the Libongo buses will be free. Again, it's not smart. It's specific. It's motivated. It's not achievable. Okay? So, don't fall for those things. Look at what he's saying and compare it to smart. And if it meets the smart threshold, you got a winner. Okay? Now, once you've done all that, you decide who you're going to vote for. And then you go and vote. That is your problem. It's not my problem. It's not the government problem. What is your problem? Vote. You get up in the morning, put your clothes on that you want. You need to wash. I don't think men need to wash. No, we just put our clothes on just like that. Man. I mean, you were in bed, and the blanket does rub most of the sweat away. So you're fine. Just put on jeans, sandals, or cargo pants. Yeah. T-shirt that was hanging there since in the bathroom since that you had 3 days ago, man. When you had that bright thing at that's the one. You put it on. Take your ID down to the polling station and you go vote. You never know what's going to happen. At least when that party comes in and your party is victorious, you can say, I helped. You can put on your chest and say, I helped that man or that party. Now you're one. Now let's go back to remember what they said is the oak wakes up and says he's going to do a party. He wakes up in the morning, tells his wife, I'm going to start a party. He pays the tuition, and then he's got a party, and he campaigns. But this oak is very clever. He campaigns to such a point, right? Do the whole campaign. When they vote, he gets one seat. One seat. So the oak sits there. I'm a one-seat party. When the big oaks squabble, guess who's the tipping point? The one oak party. Now he sits there. I'm the kingmaker. I'm going to make it rain. Because now he's going to get paid. That's what he did. He established his party for that exact moment. People profit out of the elections. They profit out of your vote. That is why I'm telling you, when people make promises, listen to their promises, do the smart test. If they don't pass the smart test, don't give your vote to them. Because it's a load of bull. Remember what I said? Whatever they say, is it specific? Is it motivated? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? And is it time bound? No, he comes and tells you, we're going to make healthcare free. But he doesn't say anything after that. How long? He can make healthcare free for 1 day. And then what do you do for the other 4 years? Or should I say 3 years and 64 days? What are you going to do with them? Because now you're sitting in limbo. You've already casted your vote. You understand what I'm getting at? Be careful of the kingmakers. the rainmakers, because they profit off your vote. Because when he sits there and they must now, and he says, I'm going to make it rain. So they say, fine. What do you want? I want MMC of roads. Do you know why roads? Roads have got a lot of money, a lot of tenders. Gives it to his family and friends. They make money. They give him a kickback. See what I'm getting at? So the money that he spent registering his party, going for his votes, guess what? He's making up all that dough. And what do you get? Such a big fat egg. Nothing. If he comes and says, listen here, you all that voted for me, I'm going to pay you. Then at least you can say, yeah, I got something out of my votes. But your vote, you don't know how expensive your vote is. You think it's just an X. It's not an X. That ID number of yours can make someone a millionaire within 3 years. And that person has to do nothing. Just be the kingmaker. Because as I said, when two big parties fight, they need that small party to do the tipping. And they give that small party everything. The ook gets a salary of more than 100,000 rand a month. His wife works. She gets 100,000 rand a month. Then he brings his kids in. So in that one household, if there's 10 people, they will make R1 million a month. He knows why he set up that party. Specifically for this. So don't waste your vote. Go with the big parties. Decide what they can do for you. Listen to what they can do for you. Listen to where you can go with them. And then you decide which one. I don't say any party that you must take. I never said that. All I'm saying is decide. Don't waste your vote. Remember what I said? Your vote can make people millionaires in 3 years. I've just given you an example. The kingmakers. He brings in his wife, brings in his girlfriend, brings in his boyfriend, his brother, his sister, his da-da-da-da-da. Then there are 10. 10 times 100,000 rand a month. See? So, I'm getting ahead of my time, talking too much. I'm going to end this video. Please vote. Google, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Go on those thingies and see what they do. Go on past track records. You know, Google, put in the water. What's the water situation in Gqeberha? They'll tell you it's dire. Then you say, who was governing for the last 10 years? How was the water before that? Oh, it was much better. So then these are the oaks. That's the problem. So then you make your decision. Okay? I don't want to take much of your time. But your problem is, go. That's it.